Hello, hello, welcome to the show. Today is going to be a little bit different. We are going to bring you into one of our management meetings.
Now we understand that, and we have to put that message across to them that, yeah, I know you're selling shoes, but we know that's what you do, and we're professionals at getting what you need out there.
Yeah.
You know, we need to get that message out there, and that's what we do. We're professionals, and you do need to invest $15,000 into a commercial if you want to compete against, what's that shoe place called? Not Winners, but all those Payless or whatever the hell they're called.
Warehouse, Town Shoes.
Yeah,
Brown
if you want to
Shoes,
compete
Aldi.
against them, you have to invest into a commercial that engages and has to put an investment of at least $15,000. You need actors, you need some content. To go with a $5,000 commercial, you know, we have to get them to realize it's just not going to cut it.
Let's say you get an actor for $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's starting at, because it depends on what actor you want to get. Or are they going to have lines, or are they just standing there holding your product? Everything needs to be starting at, so that they build a base for what they expect.
Yeah, because if you want to get Johnny Depp into your commercial, you're going to be paying a little more than $2,000.
A little more than $2,000.
A little?
But it does provide a base for everybody.
So what
there's no set prices on anything we offer.
So what you're saying is on industrial retail, we still come in on a low end base, but with a retail, maybe like a guy selling high end shoes or something like that, we would then say, well, you know, if you do want, and maybe get those add-ins a little bit out of our mouths more.
Yeah.
Like if you do want an actor, if you do want a storyline, you know, we can provide that, but it'll be extra.
But you're working with them. We're not just pushing stuff down people's throats and them going, because if they build it, they'll be able to see the value. It's like when you go into a car lot. We've been talking about the car lots. You start with your basic, your cloth seats, your standard.
Yeah, they always start you off under what you want.
And then you understand, oh, I get this and I get this. So you understand the value. If you just pull in the fully loaded car, they have nothing to compare it to.
And they don't want to rip out all the seats.
Yeah.
And throw them all over the parking lot.
And then when you do start something,
Yes, you can have that car for $1,000.
yeah, exactly. And then when you do start trimming it, then they're like, well, I'm losing this and I'm losing
I'm
value.
losing all my value. I just lost my air conditioning.
Yeah, we're putting the customer into a negative space.
When you offer them, okay, well, we'll go down, then they think, well, they can always go down, so why not showing me that?
Yeah.
We can increase easier than we can decrease.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we had new faces in the next meeting with them.
Yeah.
So,
Well, with that hydraulic company now, I have to go in there, I'd phone the client, and dial back my original proposal.
Yeah.
Well, he's now, like you said, going to be saying, well, what am I losing now? Now I'm going to have to sell him that for less I can still give him full value.
yeah.
That's a much tougher sell.
And what we want them to understand is when we go in there with that base commercial or Facebook page, whatever, that if we start adding stuff on and suggesting that they should add on, because we know their industry. We know they're going to need this, possibly. Right?
You mean after the test period?
Yeah, after the test period. Like, after 3-4 months, you may want to consider putting an actor and redoing maybe into another commercial with an actor.
Yeah, or even a year.
Yeah.
Or a year down the
You
road.
don't want to work with a company for 20 years. You don't want
long term.
Even for a year. Oh, and then they might go, oh, you say, well, after a year, maybe we bring an actor in. Well, maybe we might bring one in now.
Yeah.
And that opens that thought.
But you establish that relationship. You've started to get the result.
You give them that because we're supposed to be we are the experts walking in.
Yeah.
So we should know what their industry needs to be effective.
Do you think on these starting out proposals, even when you've gotten specific things, so say social media, YouTube, banner retargeting, and news, do you think you should always add in an extra one and say review after 3 months? Because that worked really well in the last meeting we had.
Oh, to put in not to offer.
Not to offer it, just say a review in 3 months or 6 months. Because when we did that, when I went into that meeting yesterday, they jumped on it. They went, that's really good too. How much is that? So you already have them building their own package in their mind.
Yeah. So I wonder if we should include our services in our proposals and put a note on it, discuss, like you're saying, but not even one or two. I wonder if we should keep everything that we do.
That'd make it so much easier for proposing.
Yeah, make it a lot faster. But then they know, and say, and you can go talk to your client and say, well, the consultant didn't really recommend doing that. These are the 2 recommendations now. This is something we'll look at in a few months. But maybe that client knows about that for whatever
Yep.
reason. So they might
Seen
say, yeah,
They might be
no, I want to
flipping
do
through.
that.
If you're talking with a few people, there's 4 people in a meeting. Somebody might be flipping through. This banner retargeting, this is good. Could we do that now? And you say, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, it's just like my fluid guy that shot me down there
Lots
a
of
while
fluid
back.
happening, guys.
Yeah, my fluid guy that shot me down on that Friday meeting because
Oh, yeah.
he
Yeah,
thought
I
everything was
remember.
outrageously expensive and wasn't quite his idea. I have to try to do the same thing now with him.
Dial them back.
I got to dial him back, and now I'm going to have to downsell him, kind of, and trim.
Well, upselling at the same time.
Yes, and then still get through the door, hopefully, and find out, well, what is your idea, and what do you want to spend?
That one, I did the proposals for that one. And so Augie cold calls the guy, then calls him, you talk to him a couple times,
Yeah.
right? I write up this proposal that just hits him right between the eyes.
Oh, it's a big one, yeah.
And this is a cold call, he's never even met Augie.
Oh, you never even met the guy?
No,
That was
only on the
awesome.
phone.
Cold call, phone
Yeah.
process.
So
Wow.
Rory, Augie, he then emails Augie back going, yeah, that's not what we're thinking.
Have you talked to him yet since?
No, I'm going to soon here. I'm giving a few days just to let him mull over it more.
And then you're gonna
And
tell
then I'm
him.
going to have to call him back and go, you know what? Those are our consultants. They get crazy with shit. Right?
Gowdy, do we have anything on the agenda to close with?
Yes, we are filming today, all of us.
That's
Tell
it.
me what.
The camera is rolling, people.
It's
No,
rolling.
and I don't mean right now. I mean later. Well,
Oh
actually,
no!
What do you mean later?
Oh no!
as our Christmas
Oh, yay.
video.
Whose
This
idea was
was
it?
Rory's idea.
Good one. Good
What's wrong
one.
with you?
I don't know.
I
Really,
still
that
want.
was not me.
Yeah,
that was you.
I still